Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here as well. Hey, Joey needs some stocks. That's next week. Next Wednesday, Ryan and I will analyze Joey's top picks. He's going to have 5 picks. And Ryan and I will analyze Joey's top 5 picks next week on Afternoon Market Action. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, and let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. How are you doing, Glenn? Well, Joey doesn't want me to tell my life story, so I'm going to not say anything about how I'm doing. Because Joey, good afternoon, T, because Joey thinks that I just talk about my life way too much on here. All right, so that's the way. I see that you guys can hear me, hearing you loud and clear. Let's go. You got it, Janice. All right. My wife actually is in Arizona right now, Roger. She's been there all week. She'll be back tomorrow, but she was still is in Arizona. Amir says, good afternoon, Glenn and VV Nation. Jeff says, Joey stocks. Joey have a Patreon account. Joey doesn't know what that means. Hey, Glenn, talk to me. Tell me something. Tell you something good. Like these stocks are rocking the market. Yeah. All right. So glad that you guys are here. We're going to get started as we start to look at the color guard. Color guard's got all 3 colors being represented in a 6-day time period. Market's having a hard time really determining which way it really wants to truly go. It was starting to get more bullish, then we got a little bit bearish. What's the primary color we still see, though, is yellow. We're still going to be cautious in the market. Mark says the alert just hit. There you go. Glenn sent out an alert way too early. Joey, of course, in his smug way, told me, hey, you sent that out a little early, hey? So that's just Joey, how Joey does that. You didn't say it nice. You said it with a smug. You said it with a little smug attitude.
I said you fired that alert off.
Yeah, that wasn't nice. That wasn't nice.
I could have said.
Go ahead. Tell VV Nation what you could have said. Go ahead. No. I want VV Nation to hear what you could have said. Go ahead.
I just won't say anything next time.
No, I could. Wow. Janice, how about that? Janice says, I like it early, gives me time to prep. Way to go, Janice. Thank you. Oh, highlight that comment, Joey. Oh, of course not. You won't. All right. You can't put Janice in timeout. Only I can put people in timeout. Janice is not in timeout. All right. So Asa says, I've been doing good with one of your multi-baggers, DTST. That was one of your picks, correct? I do believe it is. Tomorrow, I have additions to the multi-bagger portfolio, number 1, and I'm going to do my top picks for the month of April. It's going to be a 2 for tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. If you need to be alerted, even if it's early, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you'll get an alert when the video is ready for you to view. My stock strategist is Joey R, and Joey says nothing. Joey's got nothing to say. All right. So that's what the market looks like today. Looks like all of the major indices are up today. Let's go take a look at our market timing graph. And whoops. And where are we? Here's all of, what'd I do? Go into the program? Go in the program. All right, so here's all of the indices all up today. The VIX is down. As the market continues to move higher, people are more greedy in the market. All right, all you greedy folks out there, keep pushing the market higher because it's fear of missing out. It's AI, it's chips, it's all those things. And people are actually starting to migrate a little bit more to the better known stocks as well. So Joey Fix, really, you put that up there, Joey. Oh, really? No, I think you did. I think you did. It's still up there. You didn't take it down. I can't take them down anymore. Oh, I did. Okay. Oh. Glenn, I need some big fish. I'm not making money for the last 2 weeks. Amir, that's your fault. I think that we have determined that. That is your fault. I give you fish every live stream, Amir. I give you fish every single live stream. All right. Use the JPI. There's no JPI. All right. So I want to go look at the market timing graph. Here it is. Market's still running higher. Sideways move for quite some time. I'm not getting a sideways move here. I am still getting more of an upward trend in the market. Here's the trend line, and the market has been running up. I don't got sideways. I have some sideways movement here. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 2 trading weeks. So to say quite some time, 2 trading weeks. Oh, you're talking about Nvidia. Well, I think Nvidia made my list today as one of the stocks that I need to look at. But I am watching today's candle, a little bit of a gravestone doji going on right here. But we are still above the trend line. So the market still has more of a tendency to move up. All of our indicators, the MTI is above 1. The MTI is above 1. Buy to sell ratio is above 1. Interesting that RT is not. Even with all of this major move to the upside, RT is not confirming this. Very interesting. And that's why the market has all 3 colors being represented. When the market's truly in an uptrend, RT is going to show it. Let me go back here. When the market's really, really in the uptrend, RT is going to confirm, to a lack of a better word, that the market is truly in an uptrend. Notice that this move is stronger than this move, but RT has been below 1. That's the power of having VectorVest. And for those people who are not subscribers to the VectorVest system, you need this kind of information. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT to get this kind of information. How many of you feel that this is the kind of information that you need as an investor in the market? Type a 1. Because, and looking at our color guard and looking at RT, it lets you know that this uptrend is still moving. But it's not there. I need your prayers for, to remove all the, Amir. Man, you taking this deep. You taking this so deep. All right. And this is what you need to keep you balanced and keep your head off the swivel. Again, www.vectorvest.com/YT. Is that chart a build for, this is just the market timing graph with the VVC, the MTI buy to sell ratio, and RT. That's all it is. That's all it is right there. Now, I'm doing a little something different with the stories today in regards to the move of the market. What's driving the market? And a lot of it comes from big stocks making big moves. All right. So I've got one story. I got several stories, but one main story. Where is it at? I got one main story that's got a lot of different stocks in it. There we go. All right. Midday movers, Levi Strauss, Meta, HubSpot, Rise, Block, falls. All right. Is Google buying Hubs? Good, interesting piece. I think that the stories are, and it's all the way at the bottom of the list, HubSpot jumped 9.5% after a report from Reuters that said Alphabet is in talks with advisors about the potential offer for the company. Good that you asked that question. It's in the stories. Where I see Kiwi meow. Where's that at? Where is he at? I don't know if that's a he or a she. Oh, there it is. Kiwi, I don't want you to put out whether you're a guy or a girl. Doesn't matter. I just like the name Kiwi meow. Does VectorVest give day trading stock picks? And the answer, there you go, Kiwi. I just wanted to make sure. I'm going to do this real quick. STW Goats, does VectorVest give day trading stock picks? I'm going to show you something real quick. We have a tool called the Derby. All right. And the Derby tool is ideally set for people who want to day trade. All right. First, you have to have a subscription to the software. Second, you have to have real-time subscription to the software. And 3, if you want to see how to use this on a day trading perspective after you've obtained the Derby, come to our Jockey Club. A lot of people in the room are in part of the Jockey Club, where it's pretty much a day trading room. But from a day trading from a day trading perspective right now, I can tell you that I've got no bias in either direction, whether bullish or bearish. I can tell you that our bullish and bearish indicators within the Derby are telling me to sit on the sidelines. So from a day trading perspective, right now, right here and now, I probably wouldn't be trading anything unless I could find a stock that was rocking and rolling. Well, let's go see if I can find a stock today that is rocking and rolling. How about TGL is up 11%? I'm going to go take a look at the graph of that stock. And from the purposes of day trading, am I interested? Let's go put this on a 1-month graph. Up bar today, a little bit of candle at the top. From long term, I don't think I want to hold it. From a day trade perspective, though, we are trading near session highs. Does that answer your question, STW Goats, about do we have the ability to help you with day trades? It's an excellent tool called the Derby. And you know me, I don't like to sell anything on the channel, but it is a tool that can specifically help you from a day trade perspective by looking at a lot of the stocks, a lot of the searches that we have in the system and point you in the direction of what searches are moving. If the searches are moving, then the stocks within the searches are moving, and we look at those as well. Can you use RoboTrader straight from Derby? Yes, you can. And that we do that, G Money. We do that in the Jockey Club. All right. So for anybody who's a day trader, I know we don't talk about day trading in Trending Thursday, but for any of you who are day traders, we do have a tool specifically for day trading that can help you. Market tanking the past 2 hours. Well, if I put the market timing graph onto intraday 5-minute bars current day, there's the market. And you're right. You're right. And notice that the Derby tool said, stay away, don't do anything. I think it's a smart enough tool from a day trade perspective to keep you on the right side of the market. All right. And intraday, the market is falling. I don't know what news is coming in right now to push the market down, but it is what it is. Oil, Ryan and I have both been talking about oil as a good run, as a good possible trade right now. All right, let's go back to my list of stocks here. Levi Strauss soared after it raised its annual profit forecast, citing recent cost savings from job cuts. If you follow me on Twitter, I always tweet out companies that are laying off people. But this is how companies deal with high interest rates. They cut the fat where they can, and normally it's going to come from job cuts. I think a lot of companies are still beating earnings because they have cut jobs. BlackBerry rose 9% today after the Canadian company reported a surprise profit for the fourth quarter, helped by higher demand for its cybersecurity services. One of the things that I've said on more than one occasion is that cybersecurity should be on your list of stocks right along with AI. Tesla rose 2.25%. Why? Because they're searching around in India for a proposed $2 to $3 billion electric car plant. I still think right now EVs are in trouble. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Paramount fell 9% after the Wall Street Journal reported that the entertainment conglomerate had entered into an exclusive merger talks with Skydance Media, favoring the independent studio over a $26 billion from Apollo Global Management. Walt Disney rose. Jazz, this is just for you. The stock rose about 1% after the entertainment giant shareholders backed Chief Executive Bob Iger and other company directors, ending the battle for board seats. Interesting. I think Bob Iger was a good move for Disney. And I just recently heard a lot of the feud that was going on between Disney and the governor DeSantis was settled. I think that's a good thing for Disney. I think that Disney needs to sit, do its thing, and worry about itself. That's my personal opinion. All right, Reddit. Reddit fell over 1% with analysts describing the social media platform as an institutional meme stock. But who didn't think that it was going to be that? I think everybody knew that once Reddit went public, that it was going to be a meme play. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Yes or no? I think that everybody who saw that Reddit was coming to the forefront knew that it was going to be a meme play. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Or with a one, yes, either yes or one, no matter what you want to play. But That's why I stayed away from it. Just like I stayed away from the DJT play as well. It's going to, all of that is meme stuff. I don't want to be in meme stocks. But if you're a little bit more aggressive like Jazz might have said, let me go make a little bit of money on. Jeff would have done the same thing. Jeff probably would have done the same thing. All right. So I just thought that it was going to be a meme play, and it seems like it's coming to fruition. I sold puts on oil this morning, and the position was immediately profitable. I'm telling you, oil is on the rise. I think it's going to be because of supply. It's going to be supply issues. That's going to be the main thing. And I talked about it in the live stream yesterday with Ryan that, everybody's saying, a lot of people, Akshaya, I'm going down just to Akshaya, said that, no, we're replenishing. I showed you how much oil was able to be in the reserves and how much the government put back. The reserves are able to hold 700 million gallons of oil. We put back in 29 million barrels, not gallons, barrels. We put back 29 million barrels. That's it. And now because oil is on the rise again, they stopped putting it back in. It was too expensive. Glenn, can you get the Derby on the mobile app? The answer to that, G-Money, is no, you cannot. Asa says memes are great for day trading in and out quickly. You know something? It does have its abilities right there. If you do want to be aggressive, Jeff, if you want to be aggressive, I would look at a meme stock as a day trade play. It could work. All right. What's your question on gold? Oh, Sean was asking a question. What about gold? Gold is moving as well. Three things, oil, energy, and gold. And a fourth one, marijuana stocks. Those are the 4 biggest movers right now in the market. All right. And we've talked about it. Glenn, since you started today, the market has been dropping big time. I ain't got no bearing on the market. The market's not listening to me. But I don't know what the news is pushing the market lower today. I don't know if anybody's talking or any of that. John says bullish percent miners is over 60. The trend is almost over. Well, listen, I didn't talk about miners. I talked about gold itself. And the thing is, if oil is part of the inflation picture, even though it's not part of the Fed's PCE, when I talk about oil being inflationary, outside of the PCE, the core, oil is inflationary enough to cause a problem, even though the Fed's not looking at it. Oil is inflationary enough to affect the economy. All right, so Wayfair rose 5% after Evercore ISI upgraded its stance on the online home furnishing retailer to outperform. Now, I'm wondering if that's because people are not buying new homes. They want to stay in their homes and they're, upgrading. If that's the case, I would also look at Lowe's and Home Depot. I would actually look at Homes and Home Depot when it comes down to this news right here. People are probably doing some upgrades in the homes. So I like the Wayfair play, but I probably would also look at homes and at Lowe's and Home Depot. Block fell after Morgan Stanley downgraded the financial services company to underweight from equal, reflecting concerns about the sustainability of the company's EBT, growth and its implications for future revenue expansion. Okay. Meta, how about this? Meta rose 3%, hitting a new intraday all-time high as analysts continue raising their targets for the stock. Meta's back in the news. Earlier, they lifted the Meta target to $585 from $550 per share, maintaining a buy recommendation. That made the list, and we talked about hubs already. Uranium has been moving too. Uranium is interesting because I got no specific news on uranium moving except for are more and more people finally coming into the usage of nuclear generators, nuclear power plants. I did a video on that not too long ago showing all of the countries that were getting involved in, from the clean energy perspective. And I think nuclear power is probably the cleanest energy that's out there. It's the cleanest energy out there. So we'll see. GLD is better play than miners. Listen, I am more on side with gold than I am the miners. I am more on side with gold than I am the miners. Meta up 48% since 12/19. Thank you, VectorVest. Listen, we try to do the best we can. All right, so those are all of these stocks will be in my watch list today. Small factory reactors, and you know something, that's without building a full power plant, these reactors are a great way to generate nuclear power, but they're going to need uranium for it. They're going to need uranium for it. All right. Boeing output drops on quality checks, more FAA audits. Boeing is just in trouble. Now, do I think it's going to go out of business and go to zero? No. I think it's way too big of a company. It's in the aerospace business. Too many other, military applications for Boeing are still there. But Boeing is under some pressure. And the president, the CEO, stepped down. But he's taken all the way to the end of the year to step down, which is silly. If you're in trouble, the CEO's taking responsibility, blah, 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 blah. Just go. Just leave. Just go. All right, that's my 2 cents there. Here's the Nvidia story. Nvidia Indosat plan a $200 million AI center investment in Indonesia. Nvidia is staying relevant. They're going to, in order, not only are they just kicking butt and taking names, they're number 2 behind Microsoft as far as market cap. I believe they overtook Apple, or will be overtaking Apple, one of the two. But Nvidia is a company that's, everywhere you look, you see stuff about Nvidia. Putting in a big plant in Indonesia, it's going to be big. Oracle and Planetaire made up AI partnership. Pavis, I think I did a video or was in one of my live streams. I'm a fan of Palantir. Everybody knows that I'm a fan of Palantir. All right. Who's in my chat? Oh, that's Ryan. All right. So Nvidia is back in the news. And the last one is Unifor releases statement in wake of, watch this, Ford Motor Company's decision to delay EV manufacturing. How many of you remember your Uncle Glenn telling you that major car manufacturers were going to start moving more to hybrid? Anybody remember your Uncle Glenn telling you that? Ford saying it now. Toyota saying it. I think that when you look at and don't get me wrong. I think that as the craze for EVs was rocking and rolling, all right, it was a good place to make money. And I think a lot of people made some money on Tesla or NIO, on Rivian, on all those companies. But if you look at, they are coming in short on deliveries. That's telling you, or building or manufacturing, it's telling you that people are they're not so into it. Hybrids might be the better way to go. What's up, Jay? Hybrids may be the way to go, but Ford came out and said, we're going to start to delay EV manufacturing. Given the magnitude of the delay, Unifor has requested a meeting with Ford to be held as soon as possible to discuss job and income security measures for workers. Because all these people, they put a lot of money into the EV space. Lucid is not selling their cars. Lucid is the most expensive EV out there. If you want the top-notch comfort EV, that's where you go. You go to Lucid. All right. Rivian is losing money on every car that they make. NIO, everybody. Tesla's going to be hurt a lot as well because that's all they do is EVs. All right. So those are all my news articles. Let's go back into the software. Let's go look at my big news. I probably got a lot of stocks in here. I'm not saying that name, saying he was going to get a Ford EV truck no matter what he touches. I'm not getting into that. So if I'm looking at all of the stories, I'm going to sort by VST. Nvidia is at the top, followed by Meta and Google. Hubs. Now, remember, Google buying Hubs is just preliminary. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of government intervention on if this is going to happen or not. All right. But Hubs is moving. Google is going down. I think that if that does happen, Google is doing what Microsoft is doing what Nvidia is doing, putting their hands, as a big company, putting their hands into a lot of different things. Fed Mester took the market down. Is that what it was? People are so noisy. Listen, Mester and who's the other guy in Georgia? I talked about him yesterday. Who's the Fed guy in Georgia? Anybody? Somebody? VV Nation. We don't have that many people watching, Jay. It's not 2,600. Bostic. Both of them are hawkish. And Akshaya says, well, they're just one person. Listen. All right. I'm only say this one more time. I'm going to say this one more. Probably it's not going to be the last time.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. But the thing about what everybody thinks is going to happen with the Fed. Number one, the Fed is the guy. Jerome Powell is the guy that makes the decision. Look at the economy. People are buying. The economy is still strong. Unemployment still below 4. Even with the rates being higher for longer, it's coming to fruition so far that the rates are staying higher for longer. The Fed is walking a tightrope. If he decides to cut interest rates, and everybody's thinking June. If he decides to do that, realistically, can he? Now, the micro side of that says that Americans are hurting because of the high interest rates. Absolutely, they are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But if you cut interest rates, if the economy is doing well, why do you cut interest rates? To help an economy that's falling. To help an economy that's falling, pretty much. Are we? No. How do you cut interest rates in an economy that's still doing well? That, folks, is common sense. Mester is not a voting member and her term is coming to an end. Thank you, Fitz. They are still political. Remember how many times Trump was asking for Fed to cut rates? That will happen. Again, and if it does, and he does cut interest rates, that's when the poop's going to hit the fan, folks. That's when the poop's going to hit the fan. So all I'm saying is be careful what you ask for, because if you get it, we're going to be in a whirlwind of poop, because inflation is going to run like nobody's business. And someone said to me, the Fed is not going to be the one that's going to cause interest rates to run again. Okay, you cut the interest rates, that spurs the economy, and inflation's going to run. All right. So for everybody who thinks that I'm crazy about that we're not getting 3 rate cuts this year, that's fine. If the Fed does it, he shoots himself in the foot, and the economy is gonna kick butt, take names, and then we're going to be in the same situation we were when inflation went up to 9. Okay. Like I said, that's going to be the last time I talk about it, but it's not. All right. So the stocks that make the top of the list by VST, I would keep my eyes on. There you go. Let's sort this by RT. Which stocks are moving up the fastest? Nvidia, Levi, beat earnings. Meta, Disney. You know, as much as I don't want to talk about Disney anymore, they're on the run. Look at that. RT at 1.27, earnings growth at 9%. Ford, I think it's a good idea for them to cut back on the EV space. If Powell doesn't, it's more egg on his face. Well, he stated that, yeah, we're going to get 3 rate cuts this year, saying that from November. I think as soon as he said that, your Uncle Glenn said he put his foot in his mouth right then and there. He put his foot. Now, it's different to say that, hey, we're going to look at cutting interest rates next year and just leave it that way, instead of giving a specific number, and this market's been running off of that number. And a lot of people are on the opposite side of my thinking. No, we're going to get 3 rate cuts. Akshaya sent me something in Twitter arguing both sides. Somebody said, oh, we're going to get more than 3 rate cuts. Then somebody says, no, we're going to get less. I think from a common sense perspective, folks, he can't cut. That's common sense. That maybe it will be tiny cuts. Well, he can cut whatever he wants. Maybe he cuts a tenth of a percent or something. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. We're getting 0 rate cuts this decade. I'm not going out that far. But looking at earnings growth, which stocks are at the top of the notice? Nvidia, no matter how I sort this, Nvidia is still a good play. It's down, though. It is down, though. Would I buy any of these based upon what's going on in the market? Put this back on a 3-month graph. I'd be careful. Look at this. There's my trend line, and look at where we are today. We're pulling back right to my trend line. Right to my trend line. We'll see what's going down. All right, we'll see what's going on. All right, let's go back to the viewers. Now let me give you some fish. All right, so those are the stories that made the news. I sorted it a couple of different ways. NVIDIA seems to be the best play. Here is the MPI. All right, I've got 5 fish for you. Only one of them is down. They're all buys. A couple of them have negative earnings growth. So I'm going to look at those two. Remember, it's looking at technicals. I'm not looking at the fundamentals on these. This is a technical way of playing. How about GSIT is up 14% today? And it's one of the stocks that's got the negative earnings growth. Let's go take a look at this 3-month graph. That's probably news driven, but looking at it from the MPI, I got trend and trigger. As a matter of fact, let's just look at all of these. All of these are from the MPI, my fish for you today. What else is in here? RYAA. I did get trigger. Stock has been moving up. Bottom left, top right. Today is a down day. Spotify made the news. I forgot. I think that Ryan might have made a short on Spotify today. But it's on the move. 2 days of gapping up. We got trend. We got trigger. Keep your eye on that stock. Kodiak Gas. You know what I like about this stock? It faded the gap. All right, see this gap down? It faded the gap. Moving up. I'd like to see it take out the 3-month high, but I've got trend and trigger. Look at the trend. Look at the trend on this. I love that. RYAA, so undervalued, but keep canceling lots of flights to Israel. Well, that's an unfortunate reality. And my last one is ARHS, retail home furnish. So we looked at Wayfair. Here's another one. Our house in the middle of the street. Our house. Okay. Market still going down. Holy crap, says Christopher. Again, you know something? Those are my fish. That's one set of fish. I'm going to see if we can find out why the market's going down, unless it is one of the Fed people talking. Amazon has Haas. Thank you, Jazz. Does VV Ryan own? What the flying flip is that? Oh, no. Government spending skyrocket Q4. That's inflationary as well, right? You guys realize that, right? I still, if inflation is going to be on the rise, I don't understand how you can actually cut and then cause more inflation. Let me give you more fish. Midas Touch. Again, another technical way of finding, so the fundamentals may not be altogether fine. Let's go take a look at these. Graph these, but we're going to graph them on the Midas Touch layout. I got the Midas Touch. Everything I touch turns to gold. Oh, baby. Look at that. ACMR. I like the move hammer. I like the move going up. I'd like to see it take out this 3-month level of 34.35. A little bit more volatile in its move as well. FBL, Facebook, ETF. A little bit of a give back today after it gapped up. That was not earnings. We split back here. What was the split? The split was 5-1. But the stock, since the split, has moved up higher, hitting a new 3-month high. Hippo, insurance brokers, look at that. Since the earnings pulled back a little bit, did fade the gap, it went up some more, new 3-month high. Hungry Hippo. How many of you remember the game Hungry Hippo? Just type a 1 in the room. Because if you type a 1, that means you're old. That's all. I'm just telling you ahead of time. If you type a 1, that just means you're old. But I remember the game Hungry Hippo. All right, that's another one. And here's Root. Here's Root. Another stock that's got a little bit of give back, but look at the move by way of the Midas Touch. Nice move up. Same thing with ATOS. All these are technical plays. Wow, NKTR, very little wick at the top compared to the body. Definitely one that I would keep my eyes on. So there's some fish for you. Multi-baggers, I'm not giving you any multi-baggers because tomorrow's video is going to have a new list of multi-bagger stocks, and you may be very surprised at what I've got to tell you. You may be very surprised at what I've got to tell you in regards to multi-bagger picks. So tomorrow's video is going to be a twofer. We're going to do my top picks for the month of April, and then I will let you know about my new multi-bagger picks. So you want to be, you're getting 2 for 1. You got to make sure you tune in. I am so old that I don't remember the name. Sorry, Ravi. All right, let's go look at my portfolios real quick. Portfolios, Magnificent 7 stocks still on the run. Look at that. I started at the first trading day of the year. The 2 biggest losers, though, are still Tesla and Apple. But everything else is up more than double digits. All right. What do we do here? Oh, multi-bagger plays. I'm not going to show you because in here has my new multi-bagger plays, and I'm going to show you for tomorrow. So I'm not going to open that up. How many of you watched the Nvidia video I did on a recap of the conference, a recap of the keynote speaker? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you watched the video of the Nvidia keynote speaker recap? Because in that video, I gave you more fish. You know, only Kiwi was the only one that saw it. Sigh. Yes, I think not one real stock. I gave you fish. When was the video, Joey? When was it? Was it about a month ago? I think it was about a month ago, Janice.
You know I'm sleeping.
I know you are. Joey's going to put the link to that video in the room.
Which one?
The Nvidia keynote speaker recap. Joey is going to put that in there. So in there, I gave you some fish, stocks that they talk about having partnerships with. That portfolio went up on 319 when I did the video. It's up it's up over 3%. Dell is the big mover. Down at the bottom, Snowflake. I was mad that they didn't pull Palantir as a partner. They went with Snow. Oracle and Apple are the 3 biggest losers, but the big winner is Dell. Dell was going to be the process by getting out a lot of their GPUs. Taiwan Semi is in there. Google is in there. NetApp. I like to show these portfolios because I want you to know that I eat my own cooking. I make the videos, but I track it by way of these portfolios. All right. So, there it is. Joey put the link to the video in there already. If you haven't watched it, watch it after today's presentation. All right. My top 10 picks for 2024, 32%, folks. Woo. So I'm going to ask you the question. I picked these on the first trading day of the year. Impressive, yes or no? Impressive, yes or no? And it's one thing for me to say, well, I picked these stocks, but what I picked them first trading day of the year and put them into a portfolio. I do it every year. Every year, the first trading day of the year, I put together my top picks for the year. Now, 3 stocks are against me. They're all down double digits. I think that I came in here with the right mindset of these stocks. All right. And it's not easy to pick stocks to go into the hole for the whole year. These don't have any stops on them. I'm going to live or die by the results by the end of the year. We'll see how they worked out. How many of them do you own? I own Microsoft. I think that's the only one from the list that I own. I own Microsoft. All right. So 70% is a great win percentage. So far, I can. Where is it? Trade history. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't think so. This summary report. Let's go look at the summary report for the top 10 stocks. Like you said, 70% winners. My biggest loser is down almost $2,000, but my biggest winner is up $24,000. $100,000. Gain percentage 31. Total value, equity, cash, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad way to go. This is why if you're not a subscriber to the VectorVest, a subscriber to the channel, you should be. We give you this kind of information day in and day out. All I ask you to do is if you're not a subscriber to the channel, folks, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. This is what we do. My top 5 weekly picks that I do on Mondays. It's a full portfolio right now. All right, so I don't need to add any more stocks, but I'm up 12%, and that started on January 8th. How many of you watch the weekly picks on a month every Monday? Every Monday, I give you my top 5 weekly picks, and as these stop out, I'll put in more stocks. But that's not half bad either. That's not half bad either. All right. Yes, wish you were bullish when you mentioned them. I only wish you were when you say wish I was bullish, you wish the program was bullish? All right. I'm not sure what you're saying, David. All right. Trending Thursday picks. Where do you guys sit? Ooh, your all's portfolio is not so good. We're going to see if we can change that around. All right. Let's go back to the viewers tab. Today's big movers. I didn't put anything in there. Sorry. Commodity ETFs. Commodity ETFs. What commodities are moving? Let's go see. Oil. Corn. Agriculture. Precious metals. Wheat. What's not moving? Natural gas. But out of all of the 10 commodity ETFs I have, 9 out of the 10 are moving up. Someone said in the comments in the YouTube channel, you guys don't talk about commodities enough. Well, on Trending Thursdays, I do have a commodities watch list. All right. Contra ETFs, I always keep my eyes on them, no matter what the market's doing. Let's go take a look. What's moving today? UVXY, SOXS, LABD. What's not moving? Tesla. I got out of my TSLQ, by the way. I was up double digits. I took my profits on it. I watched from a technical standpoint what I wanted to do. I got out of it, but I made double-digit profits on it, so I'm happy. I made double-digit profits on it, so I'm happy. All right. I only buy commodities. Well, Dan, how about I got a list of commodities for you to keep your eyes on every Thursday. All right. How many likes do we have? Let's go look at your all stocks. 90. I can get 9 stocks in there today. I can get 9 stocks in there today. So let's go to customer picks. Start typing your stocks. I didn't take a look at, how about cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is still a way to go. I'll come back to that portfolio in a second. I don't have Canada open. I don't have Canada open, but I do have my top weekly picks, monthly picks for Canada coming out tomorrow as well. CELH, HAS, CRS, CVE, GLDM, okay, AVGO, LRN, CCJ. How many stocks is that? 8, OZK, and Meta. No, I'm not going to look at Meta. We already looked at Meta. OZK, take one of yours, AB, VIST. How many likes do we have? So I gave you 10 stocks based on 90 likes. I gave you 10 stocks based on 90 likes. All right, that's what it looks like we're going to be at. All right, again, remember, the more likes we get, the more stocks we get to look at. 20 more stocks is not, I don't have enough likes to get 20 more stocks, so that's not going to happen. All right, so here are my stock picks from you guys. Celsius is at the top of the list, where Hasbro is at the bottom, sorted by VST. Let's go look by RT, which is moving up the most, an energy stock. CVE, highest RT, followed by CRS, energy stock. Gold, all of this makes sense. All of this makes sense. Let's sort by CI, stocks that go up more than they go down. Vista Energy, AVGO, CCJ. A lot of these stocks that I didn't think were going to have CIs above 1 do. Only 3 stocks out of the 10 do not have CIs above 1. Interesting. So sell-off is part of fear of jobs report. So tomorrow, and you do know, again, if you follow me on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, I post every day about companies who are laying off people. That's a big issue. Even though companies are laying off people, there's still a lot of jobs out there for a lot of people to take advantage of as well. So I'm just looking at all of this stuff. What meant as that Glenn should have mentioned these fish when the stock hit a bottom and not flying high over a waterfall. You notice that a lot of the stocks that I pick are stocks that are currently running. They are currently running. And when the time comes for bottom fishing, then I'll give you bottom fishing stocks. But the market is not bottom fishing. The market is still running. Thus, the reason why I give you the stocks that I look at are stocks that are running. Why? Because the market is running. I'm not going to give you bottom fishing stocks when the market's running. I'm going to give you bottom fishing stocks when the stocks have pulled back and the market has moved back to give you those. So that's the way I look at that. So no, I said what I said because I meant to say what I said. I meant to say what I said. When the time is right for bottom fishing, we'll go. Now, there's a lot of you who feel that you can bottom fish anytime. Then go right on ahead and do that. I would rather have you in high quality stocks that are going up when the market is going up. That's what I do. And guess what? My portfolio showed that I'm doing the right thing. So you can think whatever you want to think and do whatever you want to do. By all means, please do, because not everybody invests the same. But when I put out fish conducive to what the market is doing. Does that make sense to everybody? I just need that to be known. Does that make sense to everybody? Now, Kobe is right. The market is down today. All right. Kobe is right. What am I going to do? I'm going to look at the stocks that I'm getting ready to get into. What don't I do? I never buy a stock on a down day, ever. I don't care how good the stock is. It's one of my big bullet points. I never buy a stock on a down day. So if the day is going down and the stock is going down, I'm not buying the stock. So that's going out to you, Kobe. That's how that works. And when I go and give you the fish that I do, I'm always giving you the fish that are rising on that day, along with all of the other indicators that I'm looking for to give you those fish. All right. So, let's go let's go graph all of these first. Move this over. Let's go to the portfolios. It's on, so let's turn it off. Oh, it was off. Click on save. All right. Let's go see if there's any fish that we want to take advantage of today. These are your picks. Vistra. Nope. I say nope. I'm going to change the layout though. Vista. I say nope. What say you? I say no. You're welcome, Neil. And you know something? I am never going to ever beat up on anybody for disagreeing with what I do. Ever. Because I'm a fan of everybody trades differently. But to say that, well, Glenn should have said, Glenn says what he needs to say every time I pick a stock. There's no confusion in what I'm saying at all. And a lot of times when I tell you to buy into a stock, what else do I tell you? Look to see what's going on in the market. I don't know how much more clearer I can become. I really don't. All right, Vista, no. All right, nobody's saying Lingarage. The answer is to that, no. Unless I get more stocks, more likes. I put out what I'm expecting to have happen before I go look at stocks. All right. Jake says, I have done well by you, Glenn. I appreciate that. All right, AVGO. Wow, interesting about AVGO. Got to a level of support. I've had this up here. 1324.45 bouncing, coming back is testing that level as a level of support again. I say no on AVGO. What say you? I love it when you guys challenge me a little bit. Why? Because I want to show you that I'm going to use the power of the VectorVest software, but I'm going to always use the power of common sense. No on AVGO. Okay, I got you. No on AVGO. Let's go to the next one. Man, CCJ, nice run. I got a little bit of a possible shooting star here. And I've also got a bearish Harami going on. I don't think I want to take. Now, I do have trend and trigger. And one day doesn't make a trend. All right? One day does not make a trend. You tell me. I say no. Why? Because it's a down day for the stock. All right? I'm not going to be a fan of buying into it. All right? A lot of selling pressure going on. I say G Money says yes. All right, yes, but not today, says David. All right, G Money, you probably should have said that. I like the play. If today was an up day, I probably would have taken it. Stock as a buy. I would keep this on the list though, because uranium is on the move. CCJ is one of the best stocks in the uranium space. One of the best stocks in the uranium space. But then it drops. What should we do on this kind of market? Amir. So the biggest question, I'm going to ask it again of you, Amir. Do you have stops in place? And if your answer is no, I'm not going to answer your question. If the answer is no, that you don't have any stops in place, I'm not going to answer your question, because that's going to answer your question in a bigly way. No matter what stock I ever talk about or Ryan talks about, you should always have stops in place. And if you don't and you lose money, I can't help you. I can't help you. CCJ, look at the 3 white soldiers. It's a yes with tight stop loss. Okay. I'm getting more no's. And Sean, I do like what you're saying, especially because of the trend and trigger. But you know what I don't like about this, Sean? What kind of move is that? Sean or anybody, what kind of move is that? What kind of move is that? Type it in the room. Anybody? The FedUp is made of 12 board members. He's the chairman, not the only maker of policy. I understand. Parabolic. Thank you, Kiwi. It's a parabolic move. That scares me. This means that this could be a positive sign that this could be about ready to turn back around. Could be. Just keep that in mind. I would say no on CCJ right now, but I'd keep it on the list knowing that the industry is moving. Ooh, can't remember. Oh, that's not what that is. Carpenter check. Steel. Steel is another industry moving. I do like USAP as well. What say you about CRS? Anybody? So, Amir, you never answered my question. Do you have stops on these plays? But you don't have stops on the stocks you bought in the first of the year. No, Ron, I don't. What did I say about those stocks? Those are my picks that I'm holding for the year. Those do not have stops. I'm not telling you not to have stops, but I wanted to see if the power of the stocks that I picked would work throughout the year. Remember, those were my annual picks. So you're right, Ron, but that's the only reason why. I'm going to live and die by those stocks. All right. Yes to CRS. All right. Let's go put CRS in there. Ron, does that make sense? All my other ones do, but those are my top picks for 2024. $1,000. Apply. Yep. We're pulling that up. Ron says, so you don't always have, I always have stops. So Ron, all right. Those are my picks for 2024. That's it. And I want to see by the end of the year how good or bad they've done. I've always got stops on my stocks. All of these portfolios that we're looking at have stops. That one doesn't, because it's an annual stock picking list. All right, Ron? And if that doesn't answer your question, then I'm not sure how else I can answer that question. That portfolio is strictly on a 1-year basis. I want to see how they worked out for the year. Just unpaused you. My watch list empty out and have to call VV. Ooh, I'm not sure what that. Do me a favor. Close out of VectorVest and open it back up. All right. Amir says he has stops. Okay. We got into CRS. Now, I don't call this a hyper move, Ravi. That's more of a steady move. Big jump up today, but a steady move, not a hyper, not a parabolic move. Ooh, CELH. No. I say no. What say you? I lost trigger. I still got trend, but trend is trending down. What say you? I say no. Let me know. Put this ticker symbol. Put the ticker symbol in your answer. Ticker symbol, and there you go, VP. I got no's. Excellent. Kiwi, you're supposed to put the ticker symbol first. Sigh. I'm going to learn all of you. Ashwin, ticker symbol, and then. But overall, I get the feeling you guys are no. I hate hearing about the Fed is messing up the middle class big time. I listen, the middle class is messed up. Whether you want to hear it or not, it's the reality. It's the middle class that's living paycheck to paycheck. It's the middle class that's having a hard time borrowing money. It's the middle class in the mom and pop shops that are having problems staying in business. So whether you hate hearing it or not, doesn't matter. This is real. You know, I like to keep it real. That's real. And you know something? A lot of people don't want to talk about that stuff. I will. I think it's pertinent to knowing what's going on as an investor in the market, to look at all sides. So no, you can hate it. You can hate it. But you know something? It ain't about you. It ain't about me. That's all I got to say about that. And Jeff is right. You know what the middle class needs? They need rate cuts. But if the macro picture shows that the economy is doing good, Jeff, how do you do it? I don't disagree with you. But when I say that the Fed is walking a tightrope, I ain't just whistling Dixie. This is Lou got timeout. You wrong for it. What did Lou say? Sigh. What did Lou say? Amir, just use Glenn's strategy to 3-8, crossing up on any stock. Joey is an expert. That's why he's a profitable man, not a disc jockey on the weekends and signing on the internet and singing on the internet. That's funny. The funny thing is, you know nothing about either one of our lifestyles. So you think what you want to think. This is, Lou, it ain't about you either. All right, that's all I got to say about that. It ain't about you either. All right, so I'm saying no on Celsius. Sigh. Y'all, it's just funny. That's all I got to say. I say no on Celsius. Sometimes a stock has a big drop but recovers within hours. A stop could stop you out of a good stock. That's true, Tabula. I got nothing. I got nothing to help you against the gap down on the stock at all. I don't have anything. But I'd rather have something than nothing at all. Let's go to the next stock. Oh, and by the way, being a DJ is very lucrative, but you wouldn't understand that. You probably never looked it up or anything like that. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting that out there. DJs can make a lot of money, especially with people with personality. Just telling you that as well. All right, LRN. I'm going to say no on that. I know you do, Jakes. I'm going to say no on that. Anybody else? I'm not feeling that. There is a reason why you're on that side and we are on this side of the screen. I need you to make us all billionaires. No, you need to make your own self billionaire. My job is to help you get to that financial freedom part of it. All right? That's all I'm saying. Amir, you ever heard this statement, you know, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. All I can do is give you the fish, and maybe if you guys pay attention to the videos where we teach you how to fish, we would do more of those videos. Right, Joey? If you guys would look at the videos where we try to teach you how to do the right things, maybe we would do more of those videos, but you guys don't. Nobody wants to learn how to fish. Everybody, and Amir is showing that. Amir just wants me to give you the fish. That's not all.
Everybody wants to go catching. They don't want to go.
Everybody wants to go catch. Me and Joey, when we go fishing, we talked about this the other day. When we go fishing, we just go fishing. We don't go catching. You know? But Koo, on the other hand, goes catching. But that's all I can do. All right. A no on LRN. All right. No on LOIN. No one here is a billionaire, and they will never become a billionaire unless they inherit. I don't say yes or no to that. I don't say, you know, I probably could say no to that because it takes a lot of money to be able to become a billionaire. That's true. But, you know, realistic expectations, Doug, is being able to outperform the market time and time again and putting yourself in a better position where you can have a better lifestyle. That's a realistic expectation. Anybody agree with that? Anybody agree with that? A real expectation about trading in the market is trying to beat the market year after year and live a better lifestyle. You agree with that? Yes or no? And I'm with you, Doug. I'm not going to say that we're going to all become billionaires. I do want to help to improve your lifestyle, but I think it's unrealistic. I think it really is unrealistic to say, well, I'm going to become a billionaire trading. You know, I don't need to be a billionaire, beat the market year after year. And you know something? I think our channel will help you to do that. I totally think our channel will help you to do that. All right, next stock, Ozark. Nope. How about nope? All right. Part of beating the market is using VectorVest timing to step aside when the market is going down. How many times do Ryan and Ryan just did something on the market timing graph recently. And you guys was like, whatever, and passed over the video. Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know what else you want. You want to learn how to fish? If you want to just get the fish, we'll give you the fish. But then, Amir, how are you learning how to fish? All right. Fernando says, I just want to be well off and healthy. There you go. How many? All right. I'm asking one. Oh, man, I'm on it. How many of you have felt that VectorVest has given you a better lifestyle trading stocks? Type of 1. If you think no, type of 2. If you think no, type of 2. I don't mind. Listen, I never mind when anybody goes against me. Ever. But how many people out there think VectorVest has done a good job changing your lifestyle, buying stocks? And how many of you, if you think no, type of 2. It's no judgment zone here. No judgment zone here. Type of 2. For those people who are not part of this channel, who have not subscribed to this channel, I want you to look at the chat. All right? David gave an honest answer. Working on it, not there yet. That's a true, honest answer. And I'm okay with that. But for everybody who is not a subscriber to the channel, look at that chat right there. If that is not enough for you to at least subscribe to the channel, I don't know what else is. Okay. Is Warren Buffett a VectorVest subscriber? Ask Joey. Joey would know. Since Joey is the know of everything. Ask Joey. Joey, is Warren Buffett a subscriber to the channel? Joey went to sleep again. All right. Let's go to the next stock. Ooh, GLDM. That's a minor too. Is that a minor? No, ETF sectors material. Ooh. Yes, I like the recovery with an open candle. What say you on this? What say you on this? When I first started, I lost tons. You remember how aggressive I was? Asa, I do, just like Jazz and Jeff. All of you are. There's a lot of you who are aggressive, and I'm okay with that. Christopher says, I'm not quite there either. I like Raphael says, it's given me a peace of mind. Janice says, GLDM another day, but I'm seeing more yeses. Glenn, why is the market dumping? Richard, I don't know yet. Doug says no, maybe tomorrow, but I got more people saying yes. I'm going to have to take it. GLDM, I'm going to have to take it. Add. This may be, I'm going to GLDM. Remember, I got stops on these. I do have stops on these. Get the price. Target amount. 1,000. All right, we got it. We got to get through these other stocks quick because Joey's got a tea time of nothing. Wow, CVE. I'm going to say yes. I'm no longer aggressive. I need more risk than that. You need more risk? Sigh. First 2 years were hard, but I've become more of a disciplined investor. I love that, Jake. Here's the news scene. Dow slides for a fourth day, dropping 300 points with investors on edge before. So this is all because of jobs reports? Aha! That's why the market's falling. CVE, I like it. Ooh, baby. I like it like that. I like it like that. I like it like that. All right, CVE. Get the price. Target, $1,000. All right. VectorVest got me out just before the COVID crash, then back in for the winners. Man, I love this. I love this. Janice, that house I bought has doubled and I complain because I could have done better just investing the money, but I don't want to live under a bridge. I like that. You're right, but the last 2 weeks have been hell in market. I don't disagree with that. That's why we use market time. Primary wave is down. If nothing else, with the primary wave down, if you're still holding stocks, think about taking some of that off the table. All right, did we get into CVE? Did we just do that? Yeah, we did. All right, last stock. Hasbro. Was on a nice run, pulled back off the high. I say no. I say no on Hasbro. The job report should be tomorrow about 8:30. I'm assuming. Truth be told, I'm a bit too new to VectorVest to give a proper fair rating. Christopher, I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. Hasbro, no. Everybody's saying no. You have made me money and saved me to lose big, even though I lost, but I'm still up this. I can't say nothing. Oh my gosh. I can't. So I'm looking at you, what you just said, Amir. The way you make it sound is like you're going to be a pauper next month. That's what it's. Every time you say something, it makes me think that next month you're going to be a pauper living under a bridge. But then you say, oh, I'm up for the. All right. That's all I got to say about that. All right, let me close that. Let me go look at the jobs report. I love you, Amir. Let's go look at the jobs report. Let me go change this to. Did anybody else catch? Did anybody feel what I just felt? I'm just saying. Does anybody, as you looked at my face, did anybody else feel the same thing I felt when Amir said that? Let's go. I'm just, or is it just me? Was I overreacting? So I go to investing.com. Let's go to, the economic calendar is right there. That's interesting. Let's go for tomorrow. And participation, non-farm payrolls tomorrow. And it's at 8:30 in the morning. Jake said I blushed. You can't see blush on this. Don't get it twisted. You can't see blush on this. I didn't blush. Janice says, I saw your comments. I saw you. Amir, good thing we aren't in a room together and Glenn has a gun. In case you don't, this don't blush. All right? This, I did get blindsided. I totally did get blindsided. But this don't blush. All right, put me on my last thing. Here we go. Folks, if nothing else, you hear me talk about, I talk about this, I talk about that, I talk about the other thing. The biggest thing I want you to know that comes out of me is the passion that I have to be here for you. The passion that I have to help you guys make money in the market, to outperform the market. I ain't trying to make none of you billionaires. That's not realistic. My job is to help you to make money. Between Ryan and I think that we do a damn good job talking about individual stocks, talking about the market, talking about industries, talking about fish. I think that this channel affords you the opportunity to invest in the market and consistently beat the market. So who has more passion, Glenn or Joe? Joey ain't got no passion. Passion about what? Passion about what? I think it's time for me to go. I'm gonna go. Yeah. All right. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for all of the great questions. Hopefully it was enough for you to sign up for the channel if you haven't already. Adios. Joey's very passionate about what? Audio. Thank you, Rose. Rose says you're a great teacher. I've learned and earned. Gotta love that. Oh, so you put that up there, right, Joey? You little narcissistic little producer. That's what you are. You're narcissistic.
I didn't do that.
You did do that, you little narcissist. All right. I cannot spell that. I got Grammarly, though. I can spell it with my Grammarly. All right, with that, I do have a live stream tomorrow at 12 o'clock talking about the mobile app, number one. Number two, don't forget, Ryan's got a 6 p.m. video coming out tonight. Number three, I've got a 6 p.m. video coming out tomorrow night. Ryan's got a 6 p.m. video coming out tonight. Ryan's got a 6 p.m. video coming out tonight. Joey didn't get any conflicts with listening today. Joey, I get in conflicts because I love you guys and I need you to know where you need to be. That's why. Because I love you guys. Where else can you go on YouTube and have somebody who loves you that much to want to answer as many questions as I do? I'm just saying. John Boston, a list. Joey doesn't sing to call for it. Listen, with the way my personality is, do I need to call for attention? Yes or no? Joey, seriously, it's always there when I put on Google TV and go, Joey, I don't know what that is. All right, let me go before I burst a blood vessel. Joey stop it, Joey. Before I burst the blood, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm finna close my own damn chat. Now I can't see it. I don't care what you put up. I close the chat. Folks, I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you saw today, hit the like button. Don't forget to share this content after it's up. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Still praying for all of the peeps in Maryland as well. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya. I don't got chat.